Hi, girls. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Yeah, mute your mic, beta.
Yes, ma'am.
This is our eighth lecture of digital circuit and fundamental of microprocessor. Last lecture we had seen the logic families. That is, there are two types of the categories of logic family are two types. One is the bipolar logic family and the unipolar logic family. In bipolar logic family, again they are categorized saturated and non-saturated. So last lecture we have seen saturated logic family and non-saturated logic family, that is RTL, resistor transistor logic, direct coupled transistor logic, diode transistor logic, and transistor logic, right? TTL mostly used. And then the Scotty TTL and ECL, emitter couple logic, right? Last lecture we had seen this, all the families, all the circuits of the bipolar logic family, right? Now this lecture we are going to focus on the unipolar logic family, right? Unipolar logic family means it is the current directions will be in single driven, it is not bidirectional, it is a single driven. So it is used the P MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. It is known as MOSFET. P MOSFET means P channel MOSFET, N MOSFET is N channel MOSFET, and CMOS means is complementary metal oxide semiconductor, right? So now we are going to see PMOS, NMOS and CMOS. Now how we will differentiate the P channel metal oxide its semiconductor. Now this is a symbolical diagrams for the PMOS. This is P channel. If it is a P channel, this gate is not gate, here it is a not gate. This is a source, gate and driven. As the transistor has collector, base, emitter, same as in FET they have the source, gate and driven. You must have learned in a BCD FET. Okay, so source, gate and drain, these three terminals are there. If it is a PMOS, the here is a not at a gate input terminal, here it is a not, and your output is close to the ground, it is not exactly on the ground, it is close to the ground on the drain terminal. Your output in PMOS, it is a close to the ground, it's close to the ground at the drain terminal. Now how we will see the functionality of first PMOS, how it is work. Suppose if you are giving a 0 here, right, in the gate terminal, right? If it is a 0, it is inverter. So this your PMOS Q transistor Q is on position. If it is a on position means it is a close. If it is a close, your output is directly connected to the VDD. So if your input is 0, that time your transistor Q is on and your output is directly connected to the source output, that is VDD. So the output is 0. Output is 1. Sorry. So if your input is 0, so that time your output is 1. So this is input is 0, your transistor is on and your output voltage is 1, right? If you are giving 1 here, it is inverted, right? So it is transistor will get at the terminal is 0. So it is close, your transistor Q1 EQ is off and transistor is closed. If it is a close means your source voltage is not connected to the V output voltage, your output voltage is connected to the ground. So if it is a connected to the ground, the automatically your output voltage is 0. So if you are giving a input 1 to the PMOS, your output will be a 0. So this transistor will act as a inverter. If you are giving a input 0, you will get output 1. Same as if you are giving a input 1, you will get output 1. All PMOS, CMOS and complementary MOS, all the MOSFET are your not gate. It is given the complementary output, or how it is functioning we will see that. So now this is a PMOS transistor. You need to keep it into the mind. Your gate terminal has a NOT gate and your output is at the drain terminal. If you are giving a 1, your transistor will be off. If you are giving a 0 input, your transistor will on. That you have to keep it into the mind, right? Now we'll see the N channel metal oxide semiconductor. Same, there are three terminal: source, gate and drain. Just it is into the reverse. Drain will get the VCC voltage, VDD voltage, and source is connected to the VSS. Now here, the in PMOS, your source is connected to the VDD and your drain is connected to the VSS. VSS means it is a ground, VDD means your VC voltage, source voltage, supply voltage, we can say that, right? It is just reverse to the NMOS. Your drain is in upper side, that is the source voltage is given. Your output is connected to here. Your not inverted is here. No inversion is here to the gate terminal, and your source is connected to the VSS. This is a gate terminal, drain terminal, and source terminal. Here, if you are giving a 1, sorry, 0, your transistor will off. Your transistor will off means the ground is not connected, your output is connected to the VDD, so your output will be a 1. If you are giving 0, your transistor is off, right? In PMOS, if you are giving a 0, your transistor is on. Just the reverse of the uh, PMOS is a NMOS. If you are giving 0, your transistor is off, and if transistor is off means ground is disconnected, your V output is directly connected to the VDD. If it is a VDD is connected, that means V0 is 1. So if you are giving a input 0, you will get the output 1. Same as next condition, your input voltage you are giving 1, your transistor is on. If it is a on means your V0 is connected to the ground, right? If it is a on means it is connected, switch is connected, this transistor, so your V0 is directly connected to the ground, so your output will V0 will be a 0. Again the PMOS and NMOS, it gives the inverted output. If you are giving a input 0, you will get the output 1. If you are giving a input 1, you will get output 0. So this is very important to understand the basic concept of the PMOS and NMOS. You must have done it into the BCD. So source, gate and drain, there are the three terminals. In PMOS, your source is connected to the VCC and your drain is connected to the ground, that is VSS, and gate is inverted. And when you are giving a 0, your transistor is on. When you are giving a input 1, your transistor is off. That is a condition. Same as in PMOS, it is just reverse. Your VDD is connected to the drain, your output voltage, gate is there, and source is connected to the ground. If you are giving 0, your transistor is off, your V0 is connected to the VDD. If you are giving 1, your transistor is on, your voltage V out is connected to the ground, right? So this you need to understand basic. Now, what is a C complement? It is a C complement, complementary metal oxide semiconductor, right? Most widely used the family for large scale devices, right? As we have seen into the TTL, it is used for the medium scale and small scale. Medium scales means it is a less than 12, sorry, small scale means it is a less than 12 and gate, and the medium scale is in 12 to 100. It is a less than 100, and gate can be manufactured or can be assembled into one integrated IC, that is a TTL. Mostly TTL is supports for the medium scale and small scale, but CMOS is supports for the large scale devices. Large scale means more than 1,000 gates into a one integrated circuit, that is the CMOS capacity to supports the combined high speed and low power consumption. It is always has the high speed and low power consumption, usually operate from the single supply, that is 5 to 15 volt. Excellent noise margin, noise immunity of about 30% of supply voltage, right? In TTL, all other devices what we have seen into the bipolar logic family, they have the problem of the noise immunity. So in TTL also sort of rectify the noise immunity. Noise immunity means whatever your supply voltage, with that it is added the noise signals, and that may unstable your output. But in CMOS, that has the excellent nice margin. If it is noise is there into the input signals, but still your output will not change, so your output will be a stable. So the excellent noise margin of the about 30% of supply voltage, right? So now what is the CMOS exactly, how it is construction of the CMOS, we'll see. The complementary metal oxide semiconductor, it is a combination of PMOS and NMOS, right? It is a combination of PMOS and NMOS. So this is your VDD, right? This is your PMOS circuit. It is source, gate and drain. Source, gate and drain, right? And then this is your PMOS circuit. This is your NMOS circuit. Gate, drain, source, gate and drain, gate and source, right? This is ground and this is VCC. Now this gate is inverted. This is your PMOS and this is your NMOS, right? And both are having the same input. Now we'll see how it works as a inverter. When we are giving 0 here, right? 0. If we are giving a 0 here, Q1 transistor is on, right? Because it is a PMOS. Q1 transistor is on. But Q2 transistor is off, right? Because the input is gate input is 0, Q2 transistor is off. Here the gate input is 0, but it is inverted. Your input of the this transistor is 1, so it is on. So if it is on and this is off, means this is closed, right? This is open, sorry, this is open, means your output voltage is directly connected to the VDD. If it is connected to the VDD means 1. So if you are giving a 0 voltage to the input, your output will get 1. Same as if you are giving 1 here. If you are giving 1 here means this is off, Q1 transistor is off and Q2 transistor is on. If it is a Q2 transistor is on, means your V output is connected to the ground. If it is connected to the ground means V0 is 0, right? So same as if we see this V in and V out, we can say that this is a truth table of inverter. Giving a input 0, it will invert to the 1. Giving a input 1, it will invert to the 0. So our PMOS, NMOS and CMOS all are the inverter IC. By using a PMOS and CMOS, we have to form the OR gate and NOR gate, NAND gate and NOR gate circuit, right? Now this is a, we'll see the PMOS NAND gate circuit, right? We'll see, we'll test this circuit whether this truth table is satisfied or not, right? Now why we are using a NAND and NOR gate? Because it is a universal gate, right? By using a universal gate, we can design a basic gate as we have learned right into the logic gates. So our focus is basic that we should design a universal gate, whether it is a NAND or NOR gate, right? So now this is the two PMOS. It is connected into the cascade, right? So this is the transistor A and transistor B. This is the transistor A, right? It is wrong things. This is transistor A and transistor B, right? This transistor B. Now both are connected to the, this is or what is, this is a PMOS, means PMOS, this is source, or this is PMOS, right? PMOS or output is gate and source, right? PMOS gate and source, right? And there are two input, A and B. We'll see. Suppose A and B are 0 0. Both the inputs are 0 0 in this condition, right? Both the input. If it is 0 0, what will be here? Your QA and QB both are connected, both are on, right? It is connected, it both are on. Your output is connected to the VDD, right? Your output is connected to the VDD with this source, right? So your output is 1. If QA and QB, if it is 0 1, so your QB is on and Q1 is on, off. Still it is not connected to the ground, it is connected to the VDD. If 1 0, your output will be a QA and QB will, QA is off, this is a QA, and QB is on, still your output is connected to the VDD. And if both are 1, both the transistor are off, your output is connected to the ground, right? This is a ground. Understood? So this truth table, if we see, this truth table will satisfy the NAND gate. If your in both the input are 0, your output is 1. 0 1, your output is 1. 1 0, your output is 1. And 1 1, your output is 1. So this is, if you are using a NAND gate, it should have in a cascade mode, right? Suppose your PMOS, it is in a NOR gate. If you are using a NOR gate, NAND gate, it is in a cascade mode. NOR gate, it is into the serial mode, right? If it is a NAND gate, so it is parallel. Both are parallel to each other, right? If I want 3 input, one more transistor I can connect over here. So that is, I can give the name of 3. So my transistors will connected into the parallel form in an NAND gate, PMOS NAND gate, right? And PMOS NOR gate, my transistor are connected into the series, right? My transistors are connected into the series. Suppose if I want one more, suppose if I want one more input here, C, so I can connect one more transistor over here. Now we'll see whether this is satisfied or not for the truth table, right? Suppose A and B are 0 0. This is on, right? If this is on, it is directly connected to the VDD, is 1, right? If A 0 and 0 1, if A is 0, B is 1, so my one transistor is on, another transistor is off, again it is not connected to the, directly connected to the ground VDD here, right? So my output is 0. A is 1, B is 0. So my QA transistor is off and QB P transistor is on, again it is connected to the output is connected to the ground, so output is 0. And if both the transistor, if I'm giving a input 1 1, both the transistor is off, my output is connected to the VDD, negative point. This is a source point, VSS, right? And this is your ground. If both the transistor is off, so my output is connected to the ground, right? It is near to the ground, right? And if my both the transistor is on, my output is connected to the VSS, source transistor. Now we can say that here the source transistor, right? So this truth table, if I'll see, it will satisfy the NOR gate truth table, that is 0 0 output is 1, 0 1 output, any one of the input is 1, my output is 0. This is satisfied the truth table of NOR gate, right? Now we have seen the PMOS, we will see the NMOS. NMOS is just the reverse of the PMOS, right? So now transistor Q1 and Q2, instead of ground, here is a VCC, source voltage. Now here is a ground voltage because our output is close to the ground for the PMOS. Now NMOS is our output is close to the VCC, and this terminal is the ground. Now here the output is, see, this is NMOS NAND gate. If it is a NAND gate into the NMOS or transistor in series, right? Or transistor in series. But if it is a PMOS NAND gate, our transistor is in a parallel. And instead of VCC, here will be a VD, ground. And here will be a source, right? That is the difference between the PMOS and NMOS. It is just complementary of the PMOS and NMOS, right? So here we have seen the two input logic circuit. This is the logic circuit, right? A and B are the input. There are the two transistor Q1 and Q2. Suppose if you want to three input A, B, C. So one more transistor will connected into the series, that is A, B, C. But now we'll see the two transistor. Suppose Q A input is 0 and B input is 0. So both the transistors are off. If it is both the transistors are off, your F is connected to the VCC. Your output will be a 1, right? If one transistor is 0, A is 0, another condition will take. A is 0, B is 1. So A is 0 means Q1 is off and Q1 is on. Still it is off means it is not connected to the ground. Your F is connected to the VCC. So now again, if this condition also 0 and 1, your output is connected to the F, that is 1. Third condition is A is equals to 1, B is equals to 0. Again your transistor A is on and B transistor is off. Again off means it will not connected to the ground. Your F is connected to the VCC, right? And the last condition, if it is a connected to VCC, means your output will be a 1. And the last condition, if A is equals to 1, B is equals to 1, your both the transistor on. If it is a both the transistor on means it is a short circuit, right? If it is a short circuit means your F is directly connected to the ground. So that time your F is equals to 0. So if your input is 1 1, your output is 0. If we see this truth table, it will satisfy the NAND gate truth table using a NMOS, right? Now we'll see the NMOS using a NOR, right? Just reverse. In NMOS using a NOR means your transistors are connected into the parallel. as we have seen, transistor are connected into the parallel into the PMOS NAND gate. But NMOS NOR gate, your transistors are parallel. Instead of VDD, here is the VC. It is the supply voltage 5 volt, right? So now your transistor, this is the NMOS NOR gate. We'll see whether this truth table is satisfied or not, right? Suppose your first condition, it is 0 0. So QA is off, QB is off, both are off. Your V0 is connected to the VCC 5 volt, right? Directly connected to the 50. So if the condition is 0 0, your output is 1, right? Now the next condition we'll see, if your input is 0 1, if it, A is 0 means this off, right? This is open, but this is closed. So your VCC will connect, your V0 will connect to the ground via the transistor QB, right? So your output will be a 0 in case your input is 0 1, right? Second case, if your input is 1 0, A is 1 and B is 0. B is 0 means this is off, right? But this is short circuited. Your 1 means transistor is on. On means it is a short circuited. So your V output is connected to the ground via QA transistor. That means your output will be a 0 when you are giving a 1 0. You are giving 1 1, both the transistors are on. If it is both the transistor are on, both are short circuited, same V0 is connected to the ground, your output will be a 0. If we see this truth table, right, it will satisfy the NOR gate truth table. 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 1 0 0, and 1 1 0. So now we have seen that PMOS, NMOS, CMOS, inverter gate, PMOS, NOR gate, and NAND gate. If it is in a PMOS NAND gate, it is connected into the parallel, or your transistors are connected in parallel. PMOS NOR gate, your transistors are connected in series. You have to remember this. NMOS NAND gate, your transistor are connecting series, and NMOS NOR gate, your transistors are connecting parallel, right? And if it is a NMOS, your input is 5 volt VDD and a downside is your ground. If it is a PMOS, your input is downside and your ground is connected to the upper side, as we have seen here. VDD, this is a negative terminal, ground. Your output is connected to the ground, that is a drain, D source, right? So now these things you have to remember. Now this is just example of your a 4 input NOR gate. If it is a 4 input, you want how many transistor you have to connected? 4 transistor you have to connected into the parallel. This is A, B, C, D. So you will get, if it is a 5 input, so you have to connect one more transistor. As you are increasing the number of input, as that much you have to increase the transistor in a parallel connections. Okay, so this is the example of 4 input NOR gate, right? And if it is a NAND gate, so then you have to connect into the series cascading side, right? Now the CMOS inverter, as we have seen into the earlier PMOS and CMOS. CMOS means it is connected, it is cascading of PMOS and NMOS, right? If I'm giving a 1 0 here, my PMOS is on and NMOS is, suppose I'm giving 1 here, PMOS is off and NMOS is on. NMOS is on means my X is connected to the 0. That is the easiest condition. If I'm giving a 0, this is on and this is off. That means X is connected to the VDD, 1 volt, logic 1. So again it is called as the inverter, CMOS inverter. If you are giving a input 0, you will get the output 1. If you are giving a input 1, you will get output 0. This is the equivalent circuit. Now, how we will design using a CMOS NAND gate and NOR gate, that we'll see. So CMOS is the co- combinations of PMOS and NMOS, right? So now NAND gate, if it is a PMOS NAND gate or P are connected, transistors are connected into the parallel, and in NMOS or NAND gate, a transistor are connected into the series, right? So now this is pull up. PMOS it is a pull up, and NMOS it is a pull down. We can say that pull down transistors, and these are the pull up transistor. Now suppose we are considering for this example, there are the two inputs, A and B. Now the A is connected to the NMOS Q1 transistor, and the same A is connected to the Q3 transistor of NMOS. This is PMOS transistor. This upper circuit is a PMOS and down circuit is a NMOS, right? So the A is connected to the PMOS of one transistor and one transistor of NMOS. B is connected to the second transistor of Q2 and Q4 transistor, right? Now we'll see the conditions how it is working over there. There are the four transistor Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Suppose I'm giving both inputs are 0. What will happen? Both inputs are 0. This transistor is on Q1, right? But your Q3 transistor is off, right? Same as here, I'm giving this 0, your Q2 is on and Q4 is off, because this is a NMOS. If I'm giving a 0 input, so my transistor is off. These both Q3 and Q4 are off, right? These both are off, means our output is disconnected with the ground. It is connected via Q2 or via Q1 to the supply voltage VCC, so our output is 1. If I'm giving 0 0, my output will be a 1, right? In the next case, if I'm giving 0 1, now what will happen? If I'm giving 0 here, so again Q1 is on, but Q3 is off. This is off Q3. And B is 1 means Q2 off and Q4, Q2 off and Q4 on. Q4 on. I'm giving 1 here. In NMOS, if it is the input is 1, my transistor is on. But this is off, again disconnected to the ground, right? Because Q3 is off. But here Q2 is off, but Q1 is on. So my output voltage is connected to the VDD 5 volt via this Q1 transistor. So my output is at 0 1. So if I'm giving a 0 1, my output still will provide me the 1, right? In this condition, same condition, it is a reverse 1 0. If it is a 1 0, this is off but this is on. This is on but this is off Q4. If it is off, this directly this circuit is disconnected, right? This is also the off, but my output is connected via Q2 to VCC. So again my output is connected to the VCC, means my output is 1. In this condition, if I'm giving 0 1 0, right? So my output will be a 1 if I'm giving 1 0. But if I'm giving last condition, if I'm giving 1 1, both are 1 1. If A, this is off, this is off, right? But this on and this on, both the transistor Q3 and Q4 are on. So my output is, these are off, Q1 and Q2 are the off. My output is connected to the ground via Q3 and Q4, which are on transistor, for the input of B and A is 1 1. So my output will be a 0. If I'm saying, if I'm looking this truth table, right, these two input AB 00011011, and my output is respectively 1110. See, this 1100 will give me the truth table of NAND gate. So this circuit will satisfy the NAND gate, right? This CMOS circuit. If I want three input A, B and C, so I'll connect one more transistor here in a parallel of PMOS, and in series one more transistor in NMOS, and that C is connected to the gate of this and the gate of PMOS transistor and the gate of NMOS transistor. So as number of input is increasing, that much of the transistor we will increase in a cascading, right? So this is the CMOS NAND gate. Uh, if we see that the CMOS NOR gate, what will be the change over there? The PMOS NOR gate will connect here, and NMOS NOR gate is connected here. A PMOS NOR gate means what? The transistor is in a series, and NMOS NOR gate means what? Transistor is in a parallel. Just reverse of this that we will see that. See, this is a CMOS NOR gate, right? So this is your PMOS NOR gate. Your VDD is here, and this is your CMOS NOR gate, right? And same, if you are giving a and B is 00, your transistor is off, on, and both are off. Your output is connected to the VDD. Both are on, right? Next condition, 0 1. If you are giving a 0 1, this is on but this is off, right? And here your P3 and Q1, 0 1, this is, this Q3 is off and Q4 is on. So again your output is connected to the ground. So your ground will, any one of the transistor is on from the Q3 and Q4, your output will connect it to the ground, right? Any one of the transistor is off from the Q1 and Q2, your output will disconnected from the VCC, right? If it is a 1, both transistor Q1 and Q2 should be on. And which condition your Q1 and Q2 will on? When your input, both the inputs are 0 0. So only that condition your Q1 and Q2 transistor is on, and your output is connected to the VDD. If we see this truth table, it is a NOR gate truth table for CMOS IC, right? So this is pull up transistor, and this is what? It's a pull down transistor. Your CMOS is pull down transistor. If your input is 0 0, it is pull up, and rest all the conditions, your output will be a pull down. It will come down to the ground. So this is the CMOS NOR gate. We'll see the comparison of logic family. As we have seen the RTL, DTL, standard TTL, ECL, MOS family means PMOS and NMOS and CMOS. Which are the ICs, which are the logic family are the best logic family? On that basis, we will see. The basic gate, all generally we design a NOR gate, NOR gate, NAND gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, NOR gate. Either the NOR gate or the NAND gate. So for the power dissipations in milliwatt per gate. In RTL, it is a 12 milliwatt, right? In IIL, it is a 6 nano milliwatt and 70 microwatt. Means it is improved. But DTL, again, it has a 8 to 12 milliwatt. TTL, it is 10 milliwatt power consumption. We need to focus on the power consumption. That is the first characterization of the logic family. As well as we need to focus the noise margin also, time delay also, propagations delay also. These are the factor fan out and fan in also. So ECL, it is a 40 to 50 milliwatt, but PMOS and CMOS, it is a point 0.2 to 10 milliwatts, and CMOS, it is point 0.01. For CMOS, it is a complementary MOS, and it is a power dissipation is very low as compared to other IC, other logic family. That's why for the large scale integrations, use the CMOS IC. Now, fan out means what? How many gates can be derived? It is a output gates. So in RTL, maximum 5 gates can be derived. It is depend on the inject. In DTL, it is a 8 gate drive. In TTL, it is a 10 gate drive. In ECL, it is a 25 gate drive. And in MMOS, it is 20 gate drives. And CMOS, it is a 50 gate drives. That's why it is used for the large scale duration, because their fan out is very high, means that much gate can be derived in a single drive that MOS
नाही नाही बस
that
बोलायचं होतं मग
gates,
ऐकायला नाही
right?
येते.
Now
निशाच गेल्या.
कुठे गेल्या?
झोपले की काय? उठा.
झोपलं नाही का?
लय
जिवंत आहे
झालं
अजून
त्यांचं नेटवर्क.
आम्ही. प्रणाली ना?
गुरव गुरव झोपली की काय?
गुरव झोपलीस का? आरची का नाही आली?
हाय हाय.
हॉस्पिटलला गेली.
हम्म. कोण गेली?
आरची
कुठे गेली?
असं 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 कळलं कळलं, तू झोपली नाहीस. वैताग आला यार. काय 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 चाललंय, शिकवते की नाही?
रेकॉर्डिंग चालू आहे.
हा मार कशी नाही तर काय पण बोललीस तर
अगं
समजलं
बाई,
का?
पण कुठे गेले मॅम?
हे येत.
आवाजच येई नाही झाला होता त्यांचा. अगं अजून नाही आल्या. प्रणाली विचार.